Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a huge question about the future of storytelling. What if the next film that completely changes your life, the one you can't stop thinking about, wasn't created by a human at all, but by an algorithm?
I mean, really think about that. We're not talking about AI just doing special effects or helping with edits anymore. No. We are talking about AI as the writer, the creative mind, the auteur. We're moving way beyond AI as just a simple tool, and into an era where it could become the creator itself. So, let's get into this whole idea of the algorithmic auteur. And look, this isn't some science fiction movie plot. This is happening right now. It's an emerging reality, and it's powered by a totally new kind of artificial intelligence that's changing everything. This quote from AI Weekly just nails it. The whole idea of a simple chatbot is already outdated. We've gone way past that. Now we've got what you could call digital employees. These are AI agents that can take on huge, complex, creative projects pretty much all on their own.
So, what's the engine driving this massive change? Well, it all comes down to one key idea: agentic AI. Let's pop the hood and take a look at what that really means, and more importantly, how it actually works.
Okay, so agentic AI, at its heart, is all about one word: autonomy. Think of it like this. Traditional AI is like a super smart assistant who just waits for you to give it a command. An agentic system, though, that's more like a project manager. You give it a big, high-level goal, say, write a 120-page screenplay, and it just goes. It breaks it down, makes a plan, and gets it done.
So how does it actually pull this off? Well, an agent doesn't just start typing randomly. First, it deconstructs the goal. For our screenplay, that means figuring out the three-act structure, building character arcs, and defining the central conflict. Then, it plans all the subtasks, like outlining each scene. It even picks the right tools for each part, maybe one AI for witty dialogue and another for plotting twists. And here's the kicker. As it works, it's constantly learning from feedback and adapting its strategy. It's wild.
And this really hammers home the difference, right? We're shifting from a reactive tool to a proactive collaborator. Your old school AI is kind of like a calculator. It's super powerful, but it only works when you're punching in the numbers. An agentic AI is the project manager, who you give a goal to, and they come back with the whole project finished.
Okay, so that's the theory, but what does this actually look like when the rubber hits the road in filmmaking? Let's follow the journey from a basic concept all the way to a finished scene on screen.
So it all starts with the script, of course. But get this, thanks to something called long context memory, these AI agents can write an entire screenplay while tracking every single detail perfectly. It's like a writer with a photographic memory. It'll remember a character's allergy on page 5 and make sure they don't eat the wrong thing on page 90. It even remembers Chekhov's gun, that little detail from Act 1, and make sure it fires by Act 3. The continuity is flawless.
But it doesn't stop with the script. Once that's done, the agent starts visualizing. As the film producer Ruben Samarian says here, tools like drawstory.ai can literally read the script and spit out storyboards, shot lists, character sheets, locations, the whole shebang. A process that used to take a human team weeks is now done in minutes. Just let that sink in.
And then comes the final step, the part that honestly feels like magic, turning those storyboards into actual video. Models like OpenAI's Sora can take those plans and generate these stunningly realistic video clips. And we're talking about perfect 3D consistency, characters that stay coherent from every angle, even creating entire digital worlds from scratch. The idea of a one-person blockbuster suddenly doesn't sound so crazy, does it? The technology is, well, it's incredible. There's no other word for it. But all this progress forces us to stop and ask a really big question about creativity itself. Are we actually watching true innovation here? Or are we just building a very, very sophisticated echo chamber?
And this gets us right to the heart of the whole debate, what some are calling the creativity paradox. On one side, you've got people who think AI could be a real innovator, finding new ways to tell stories that we've never even dreamed of. But on the other side, you have critics who worry that AI is just a stochastic parrot, which is a fancy way of saying it's just really, really good at remixing all the stuff it was trained on without any real understanding.
And here's a fascinating take from AInews.com. Maybe the problem isn't that the AI isn't creative, but that it's a perfect reflection of our creativity.
Think about it. It's been trained on 100 years of our movies and TV shows. So of course it spits back the same patterns, the same tropes, the same formulas we've been using for decades. In a way, it's just holding up a mirror to us.
And make no mistake, this debate isn't just for tech geeks anymore. The core ideas behind AI are now being taught in over 1,500 schools. That means the next generation of artists and filmmakers, they're going to grow up with these tools as a normal part of their lives. And that is going to completely reshape this whole conversation.
So, if AI can write the script, design the storyboards, and even render the final video, what's left for us to do? What does the future of human creativity even look like?
Well, the good news is the consensus seems to be that this isn't about replacing us. The future of art isn't human versus machine, it's human plus machine. It's about a brand new kind of collaboration. The AI becomes this unbelievably powerful new instrument, but the human artist, we're still the conductor.
And this is where we have the clear edge. You see, an AI can generate 1,000 technically perfect scenes, but a human provides the perspective, the unique why behind it all. We bring our taste to guide the AI's output. We provide the intent, that emotional core, and the cultural context that actually gives a story its meaning and makes it stick with you.
So that's the question we're left with. AI can build the entire world, render every pixel, and structure a perfect plot. But can it give that world a soul? The masterpiece of tomorrow probably won't be made by an AI. It'll be made by an artist who figures out how to use this incredible new tool to tell a deeper, more powerful human truth. So what do you think? Would you pay to see a movie written entirely by an algorithm? Let me know.